Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1678 of What You Up To Now. Just the segment where I document my journey, my primarily business journey, as I've been moving from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. In 2020, with the pandemic and everything, back and forth, because for a long time I believed that every offline business should have an online presence. And I also believe, especially since the pandemic, that that is more important than ever, that we have multiple ways of bringing money and people to our businesses, no matter what is happening around us, even if it's something as insane and unimaginable as a global pandemic. Today, I created a couple of pieces of content for our Supersize Your Business for female entrepreneurs. Our idiom, our confidence-related idiom and expression for today, we're doing that to coincide with the annual challenge this month, and our topic is confidence. How do we increase our confidence? How do we create what we want with respect to our life? And confidence is a huge part of that. So our idiom today is con artist, or con man, con woman, con person, con, I don't know what you'd even call it now, or what the appropriate political term is, and I couldn't care less. The fact is, I didn't know until recently that the con in con man stands for confidence, because the whole idea behind it was that the person that wanted to swindle someone out of their resources or money would gain their confidence in order to get them to give them money for whatever it is that they want, or give them gifts and products and services. And I guess we could talk about sugar daddies and sugar mamas and everything else in this topic, as well as how I tied it into business with respect to a lot of times in marketing and sales, we do things instead of for people to them in order to get them to do business with us. And some businesses are terrific at making sure they're the right people and that we have the right products and services for the people that we're serving. Other businesses just want to sell their products and wares to anybody and anyone that can breathe. And I think that's what gives sales people and different businesses a bad name, is when we are using tips, tricks, strategies, hacks on people that aren't necessarily right for our products and services. And so depends if you're playing a long game or a short game. If you're looking for short-term bumps in your profits and growth, you'll do a lot of tips, tricks, and strategies. You'll do short-term things for short-term gains. But as you grow and build and supersize, and if you ever want to take your company public, it's critical that you continue to do things in a way that builds trust, integrity, belief, faith in your business. And that means not using a lot of tips and tricks and strategies, making sure that you really are providing terrific products and services for the people that you're here to serve. It's only the people you're here to serve, not people that your products and services aren't right for. Because as much as we like to think the product or service, whatever it is that we're selling or representing, is for everybody, it absolutely positively isn't. And I think down deep we know that, but a lot of times when we're first starting out, we're in such a desperate need to get people into our business and make money. You see this in network marketing companies all the time, that we're not actually honest with what is in the best interest of the person we're serving. A lot of people think that, and I used to believe that everybody should have a business. I believe everybody should have multiple streams of income, but everybody shouldn't have a business. Everybody, and that's I think the problem with network marketing, is they present it that everybody can do it and have a business. But the truth is, everybody isn't going to be successful in it because everybody doesn't want to. And the strategies and the techniques and the way they sell it to other people is so we talked about that a little bit today, and I shared 8 ways to avoid scammers and people that are just trying to get your money. They're trying to build up confidence and build a relationship with you, and give you assurance that's based on insufficient information, insufficient grounds. And that's, so we do things like we search online, we do our research, we ask advisors, we look into the people, we make sure they're not imposters, things like that. We don't answer robocalls, all that kind of stuff. And so if we're using those strategies and tactics in our business, we really want to ask ourselves, okay, yeah, we did this before, but do we want to continue to do this, or do we want to find a better, more ethical way of doing business going forward? Depends on what your goals are. We're all different, right? I help with and work with businesses that want to make the world a better place. Other businesses don't. They just want to make a buck. So I think people can see through that. Not always, though, because when people build confidence and they puff you up and they make you feel good and they compliment you and they give you attention, it's easy to take advantage. And so we want to make sure we're not doing any of that. Our topic for the annual challenge today, the U 365-day challenge, is mirror work or the mirror exercise. Oh, stuck to my magnifying glass. And Louise Hay is who I give credit for coming up with this particular technique and strategy. And it's basically, and since her, there have been lots and lots, just like with meditation or other practices like EFT or NLP, etc. Everybody has their own take on it and their own way of doing it. And even hypnosis, everybody's got their own way, their own strategy, their own things that work for them. And we need to do the same thing. But with respect to mirror work, I say start out, do it, keep it simple, figure out what works for you and make what feels best to you, and do more of that or add tweaks to that in terms of what works for you. So today all we did was we're going to look in the mirror for 1 minute. We're going to look in our eyes, look in the mirror, and see what comes up for us. And I guarantee if you've never done this before, some stuff's going to come up for you, because first time I did it, I burst into tears because I realized how dishonest I had been being with myself, not with other people, but with myself. And that what I was doing and how I was living wasn't consistent with how I wanted to be showing up in the world. So mirror work, always fun. I'm sure you can Google it and find literally thousands of resources on it nowadays. But when I first discovered it with Louise Hay, that was decades ago, and there wasn't a whole lot of complicated nonsense around it. You just looked at yourself in the mirror. And then what comes up for you is like your subconscious talking to you, and it's very, very powerful. It's a really powerful exercise. I call it work, but it's not really work, right? It's thinking work, and I will contend that the hardest thing we ever do in our life is thinking, personal development, getting to know ourselves better, and figuring out what works for us. All right, that's all I've got today. If I can help you in any way, let me know. Otherwise, have an awesome day.